What's going on? So I never got a chance to really address this about Jimmy Butler, but I'm going to. Kind of like the Luca going from Dallas to Lakers, Jimmy Butler going from Miami to Lakers. I'm gonna say Miami to Golden State. I'm gonna say this: he did what I expected him to do. And on my final thoughts and takes about Jimmy Butler is this: he's a strong second, low first tier guy. As a Heat fan, I'm very happy that he didn't get to the finals. I mean, I like Jimmy, but he was held accountable for his actions and what he did. He thought he was gonna be slick and get over because he fell out with Pat Riley and he wanted to get an extension. He wasn't gonna play. The bottom line is he's older now, and the bottom line is he ain't gonna be able to just do whatever. And this notion that he was going to morph into where he was a few years ago for Golden State was absurd. We got the best of him in Miami. We did. Message to Golden State. He's a short-term relief. He's kind of like if you got a cut and maybe you put a Band-Aid over it and you hope that it'll kind of keep it away, which it will, but you still need to put some stain juice on there and you need the alcohol up and got to figure out how to get it up. What you need is Giannis. Because Jimmy Butler is just a small-time solution. And that is the reality that you got. I know. Draymond Green got y'all hoodwinked. He sold y'all bill of goods because his behind can't cash it because he ain't really that dude. I like Jimmy Butler, but I ain't never loved Jimmy Butler as coming to my team because I knew that he's a strong sidekick second guy. I knew it. And I think in reality, he's a reminder of how great Steph Curry is. Just like Clay's a reminder of how great Steph is. You got to have a certain type of alpha to complement that. So it's a rare situation. And to be honest with you, Kuminga's outplayed Jimmy Butler in these playoffs. To be honest with you. But see, that's Steve Kerr's ignorance. I think Steve Kerr is overrated. Very successful, but overrated. Got 2 of Mark Jackson's rings. Let's keep it 100. And he got exposed for almost being fraudulent. Yeah, I see it. Because you don't mean to tell me that you sat down Kumingas and Kumingas was playing like that and you won't play him? Now, if you had another wheel, but you ain't been able to deal. But Jimmy Butler ain't going to be the one to save your picture either. That's not going to last long. Eventually, he going to get hurt. Eventually, he going to pout. And then eventually, you back to where you were. How you going to make Steph Curry's last 2 or 3 years memorable? And let me tell you right now, Steph's in the final circle. He's about 3 years tops. If he don't get hurt, he'll stat pad another year. I want him to get to 30,000 points. We can add on to his legacy and everything he's doing. But, the reality is that, we knew that Jimmy Butler wasn't going to cross the finish line. He couldn't get a game. And that's a fact. All right, Jimmy, all right. But he ain't going to get no pass from me. Y'all are crying to get out of Miami. And what'd he do? He couldn't do nothing against Minnesota. Not at this stage. They need another wheel to give Steph some hope. You try to land yourself, Giannis. Or maybe you try to go after Zion Williamson and get him in shape. Gotta do something like that if you're Golden State. But Jimmy Butler at this stage is going to be more effective as the third wheel. Because he ain't the first wheel. He can look like a second wheel, but he's more geared towards the third wheel. But if they don't have Steph back, they don't give him some help, the wheels are going to come off. That's the thoughts on Jimmy Butler. And as a Miami Heat fan, I ain't got no, I'm just keeping it 100. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share it if you like. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out one time. Peace.